What is going on, guys? This is Michael Williams from Cartoon Universe, and I'm here, of course, with Haley.
Hello, everyone.
And as you may have heard, or you could tell by the title, there have been whispers of Danny Phantom coming back after 10 years. I know this is super exciting for a lot of people. It's a really popular series. I'm personally excited if this ends up being the case. If you haven't heard, the creator of this series, Butch Hartman, posted a video where he was basically doing art, reimagining the three main characters, Tucker, Sam, and of course Danny, as if they were 10 years older. And the designs are really cool, but what really got people very hyped was at the end of the video. At the end of the video, he said, "Who knows? You might just see that actually animated one day." So this obviously got people super crazy hyped. I know you're watching the series right now, Haley.
Yes.
What season are you on?
I'm in season 2. I just saw the episode with Dark Danny, or the first time we meet him. It seems like we'll see him again. I don't know. I mean, I don't really care if it's spoiled. I'm not 100% sure if we see him again. It would make sense if we did. But yeah, that's where I'm at.
Cool. I don't even remember if he comes back or not. It's been so long.
Yeah. See, that's why I wanted to rewatch it, because like my memory of it was so hazy. It was so long ago, and I was pretty young. So yeah.
Yeah, so we got some really cool designs. Tucker has a drone and basically a tablet, which would fit really well with modern times.
Instead of the PDA that he had in the original show.
Oh, God, people ever even use PDAs, really?
I guess Tucker did. He was that much of a nerd.
So yeah, he has a drone, he has a tablet, he's got a sick Rasta hat, dreads and goggles. He looks really cool. And then Sam looks more grungy. She's not goth anymore, which makes sense because not a lot of people are really goth anymore. That was more of a middle school phase for our generation. So she's more grungy. She looks kind of like Laura Croft-ish, kind of like get the Black Widow-ish vibe, if that makes sense from her.
Yeah.
And then Danny Phantom, he's got the Fenton thermos on his arm, which is really cool. So it's like easier access. And he's wearing the traditional superhero suit. Kind of looks somewhat Captain America-y. He looks really sick. And then we have fan art from someone named Amethyst Ocean on DeviantArt, where she basically took the designs that Butch Hartman did for the 10 years older characters and put them in the style of the show. And it really makes me want the show to happen.
Yes.
It's super exciting.
Yeah, I liked how he did the actual creator did a couple versions of each of the characters, and especially for Danny, that we got to see either he was a total superhero, or one of them he incorporated some of the elements from Dark Danny, so he had super long hair and even a cape and stuff.
Yeah.
So that was really awesome, because I mean, it makes sense that he would probably have some of the features from Dark Danny as he got older, because that's kind of what his future self would look like, right. Except not fully ghost like Dark Danny was.
So remind me what Dark Danny was. He was from some alternate future or something like that?
No, it was actually, I guess kind of alternate future. Basically, it was Danny had he separated from his human half, and and he merged. The ghost half merged with Vlad Masters, if you remember.
Yeah.
The other one who was a half guy, half ghost.
Yeah.
He merged with Vlad Masters, and then I think he took his ghost half too. So it's kind of like a fusing of the two ghosts, I believe. And then 10 years later, so he's 100% ghost, no human. Yeah. So that's why he's he has the cape now, and his hair is all wicked, really long, and his eyes are red, and he has a lot of different powers, also because he's older. So it is Danny himself, kind of,
right.
But he calls himself Dan, I guess. Yeah.
So it's a fusion, basically.
Yeah, kind of. That's really interesting how that happened.
Yeah, I don't even remember that part. It's so crazy.
Yeah, I didn't even remember this guy either. I only remembered Vlad from my initial watching when I was younger.
Yeah.
It's really interesting, because that's a very interesting character and backstory.
You'll have to rewatch it, especially if this ends up being a thing. Now, the reason I really think this is going to happen is because Butch Hartman, I don't think, would have said that if they weren't in talks for it to happen.
That is true.
Because it would just kind of be a tease and be a really messed up thing to do for no reason.
I feel like he might be a creator that likes to do that, because like he's still like really active in doing stuff, and he's still trying to push, like he has like other like pilots that he wants to do, and he's currently doing stuff. So maybe he's like trying to get kind of like tell his fans to go tell like Nickelodeon to get Danny Phantom back. Because if you see in the description of the video, the first line like in the description is tweet Nickelodeon to get Danny Phantom back. So he's kind of like a call for like, help me get show back.
That could be it.
And so because you know what happened with like Galactic Kids Next Door, so
right, yeah.
So it could be that kind of all over again, except not as I don't know. It's different because like he'll be 10 years older, so it's a pretty big jump.
What channel? What YouTube channel? Posted that?
Yeah, Butch Hartman himself. He has like, I didn't actually even know this, but he has a YouTube channel where he posts like a bunch of cool stuff. Like he'll post like his top episode, his personal favorite episodes of Danny Phantom, and also like 10 facts about Danny Phantom. And he also talks about like character design and tips on being, an artist and creating cartoons. So it's a really good channel. He's actually not that many people are subscribed, which I was really surprised, because like this is the guy that made Danny Phantom, Fairly Odd Parents, and even like Tough Puppy, if you remember that.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about Tough Puppy. Oh my god. Yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah, that could be the case. But I would totally believe Nickelodeon would do this because they're in a super big nostalgia trip right now.
They are.
They're reviving Legends of the Hidden Temple. They're bringing the Hey Arnold movie, so we can finally get some closure on that show after all these years. They're supposed to be bringing back Rocko's Modern Life. They have the Splat programming block that shows all the nostalgic 90s and early 2000s Nickelodeon shows. So it's definitely seems like a move they would make now of all times. And I think it'd be a really great thing for Nickelodeon, because that channel could definitely use some life right now.
Yes,
the only
couple.
Yeah, the only show I know that is being pretty well received, and I've seen a little bit, and I liked what I saw, was Loud House.
Yes, although Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 is, pretty popular action show.
Yeah. I don't hear too much about Ninja Turtles.
That's true, but the merchandise is everywhere I go.
Yeah. So. Oh, it's definitely a cash cow.
Yes.
For sure. I can't speak on how good the show is because I haven't seen it. But I know I don't hear much about Ninja Turtles. I don't hear much about Fairly Odd Parents. I don't know if these shows
still running. Oh.
Yeah, I know they're still running, but I don't know if they're like still they're as good as they were, or they're worse, or they're just kind of meh. I have no idea. I can't speak on it. So I know the only real show people are talking about on a critical level is the Loud House. The live action shows people aren't really digging like they did back in the day either. So I think this would be a really cool move. I do wish Nickelodeon would make some new stuff, but this would be a really cool addition. Danny Phantom's awesome. Butch Hartman's awesome. So I'm all for it. But we actually did get a definitive ending to, quote unquote, ending to the series, where Vlad basically announced that he was part ghost, super normal stuff, and he was about to send a meteor to Earth for world domination, typical villainy nonsense. And Danny basically got all the ghosts to make the Earth, I guess, transparent or whatever, so the meteor would like go through it. And then they found out Danny was part ghost, his parents, and then he got like a statue made in his honor at the capital city, and the whole world knew about his identity and everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that is something I was actually not expecting.
Yeah, so that happened. So we did get a definitive ending, so it would be pretty interesting to see him as like a known superhero going around this world. Maybe we could actually get some more superheroes or something, since that's kind of a big thing right now with the Marvel Cinematic Universe and stuff. Maybe we get more from other non-ghost enemies. Would be really interesting.
Oh, in the show?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. But I think that pretty much covers it. This super exciting. I hope it happens. So if you haven't already, tweet at Nickelodeon and say, hey, do this, because it's good.
Yes.
Yeah, that's about it. Do you have any final thoughts?
No, I'm just totally excited if this actually does happen, because I'm currently watching the series, And some people obviously, or many people want it back. So this would be an answer, like a wish come true for many to see this show once again.
Definitely. And I'm sorry I had to go and ruin the ending for you.
Oh yeah, that's totally fine. That's awesome. That's an awesome ending. So yeah, hopefully we didn't just spoil anybody that didn't want to.
Yeah, hopefully they clicked away when I was about to say we had a definitive ending.
Yes.
I'll put a little spoiler warning too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys think it's gonna come back? Do you want to see it come back? Do you not want to see it come back? What would you like to see in the show if it does return? Let us know in the comments down below. We also want to give a shout out to our patrons. Thank you guys so much for your support. If you want to support us, help us out, make awesome new content. We just made some new rewards last week, so go and check that out. But I've been Michael Williams, been with Haley. Just totally cut you off, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Okay, bye.